Definitely welcome to another week of What the Fellas Think. This is definitely 1 week after our anniversary episode, so we climbing here. We getting subscribers. We getting more attention to the channel. So hopefully y'all enjoy. Uh, Definitely like, comment, and subscribe on this. I'm Brandon. I'm the passionate one. We gonna send prayers to our brother out there, Elroy. Make sure he's straight. He
Yeah.
missing this week.
Once again, I'm Jay. This is episode what? 44? Moving up,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, 44.
44.
So everyone please like, comment, subscribe. Let's check it out, bro. I'm ready, man. You ready?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm ready.
let's get
Uh,
to it.
s- since Roy ain't here, I'll say it too. Shout out to our man Roy Tiger Brown, number one supporter of the show. So definitely he oversees us. All right. One topic that's been very hot these past 2 weeks, or past 3 weeks even, is the Karmelo Anthony story. And for people who don't know, that's the young gentleman or young man that was involved in the stabbing incident at a track meet. They've labeled him all type of things: murderer, uh, killer. Why black people always? I've even heard. I've read comments in which Twitter is a dark place. Let me just say that Twitter is a dark place. You read some comments on there, it's like, man, that piss you off. People are commenting on there saying, why do black people always support murderers, criminals, and drug addicts? And I'm like, really? And I even saw like Ted Cruz put on his Twitter say, what do you say? How does a murderer raise $500,000? And my immediate response was, how does a murderer raise half $1 million? How does a murderer get a cheeseburger after shooting up a church? A black church at that. That was my immediate response. But I'm like, y'all just forget. And my whole thing with the Carmelo thing is like, he's not the only one. There are a lot of stabbing incidents in Texas. They have a real problem that they haven't addressed, because there's multiple stabbing incidents every year. I think if you go far back as 2017, that was their peak year, which they had 627 cases of this. It's multiple. Some that even came up with charges yet.
Hmm.
And then one that's kind of similar to the Carmelo Anthony situation, involving two 18-year-olds, one Hispanic and the other one is a white gentleman. They were both 18. And the video says basically this white individual didn't want to fight, but he stabbed this Hispanic kid multiple times. And he's getting charged with attempted murder. And no headline in the news has been labeling him a murderer, labeling him a thug, none of that. But there's been a lot of that on Carmelo Anthony's end. And this, and if you look it up, it's Kason Tyler Allison. I think that's his last name. But the whole thing to me is like two different, or the same peed in two different pods, basically. This incident happened, multiple stabbing, the person died. This incident happened, stabbing them once, and the person died. But they're getting treated entirely different in the court of public opinion. This case they're letting play out before they make their judgment. This case they're not letting play out. He's everything under the sun. And I don't know if you're aware of Rod Smith, but
No, I'm not.
he's I would call, I don't use the word coon often, but I would definitely call him that, because now he's speaking and saying he would like to apologize on the behalf of the black community. And I'm like, at least let this kid have a fair trial. At least let this kid have a fair trial. He's done everything to stay quiet. His family has stayed quiet, most part, other than this recent press conference. Which, one thing I didn't like about their press conference, I just want to point out to this, is the kicking of the father out of the press conference, Austin's father. I feel like that was unnecessary, even though, because you knew that was going to shed light on that and put more pressure on case. To me, that's what I felt. But that's one thing I didn't like. But all the other stuff, them saying that they were putting out fake stories talking about they bought brand new cars, a house, a mansion with the money that was donated, and none of that's true. But they're doing all that to try to make them look as bad as possible. What's your thoughts?
So I'm gonna first talk about your last point, and then I'll work backwards on my point. You mentioned kicking out the father, right? Initially, I didn't like that, the way that sounded, that first viewpoint of seeing it happen. But after I let his defense attorney, or his the person who worked for him, right, whatever, he started speaking on that behalf, I started thinking like, okay, it's not ideal to see a relative of the person who got murdered inside the press conference. It can be a safety issue. Even though the father came in peace, it can always be in a hiding like safety issue, right? So I think the way they went about it is wrong, and how they spoke about it is wrong. But having that fear to say maybe the father was in the wrong place and he shouldn't be there, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, because I know if I was a father, I wouldn't want to be there either, unless I'm like, like why am I there? So it can be both ways, right? He had the right to be there, I guess, maybe not, but I can see how they could not want him there, being not welcome in a way, right? But back to Karmelo. Yeah, I'm not sure if you was aware. It was last week I spoke about this case going to be very, very heightened. It all depends on a couple things, like um, who's the aggressor, right? Like they had to break down every point of what happened. Also, I mentioned what kind of knife did he have, right? And I'm not sure if you heard about it, but come to find out, he had it was a small knife. You know how you use like clean your cleats. So it was like a sport knife. So it didn't reach the knife wasn't illegal to have on your person, but maybe how you used it was. And I guess they'll figure out how they want to handle that. But just like you, I've been watching and reading, I'm saying Twitter, Facebook, and people are really using this as like a very racial issue, right? And I want to try to separate that. I don't like this racial tension, but it is what it is. I didn't see, me personally, I didn't see a problem with people raising money for him, because everybody has a right to counsel, even if he's guilty or not. Like, let the process go through. So everyone has their own right to a right counsel. So if people want to get behind them and put money into the funds, and GoFundMe funds, whatever, so be it. And he's not the only one. He won't be the last, right? As you mentioned, Kyle Winnenhouse, he had the same backing, right? Like, he killed two people, right? So it's like, I don't want to turn this to like a racial issue, but I think there's nothing wrong with this man having people backing him, because let's be honest, the system has been unfair to Black people, right? So at the least, let this person have the proper counsel to help figure out if he's guilty or not. Because maybe he is guilty, maybe he's not, but we can let the judge do that, right? Let the people, the jury, figure it out. But that aspect of paying and funding him, it's okay. But people really hated the fact that he had that GoFundMe page. People hate the fact that the judge decreased his bond, right? And as she stated, bond is not meant to as a punishment. It's meant to guarantee the person come back, right? And and just based off that alone, if you look at his family, like, he's come from a two-parent household, which in America, that's a check mark. That's a good check mark, right? Two-parent household, right? He's as they saying, he's a A student, right? And he's a captain of two sporting events, right? So he's American. He's not a flight risk, He's on ankle monitor, like, so her decreasing the bond, it all makes sense. It just, I think people need to, like, let the course take its course, right? And that's how I feel about it, bro.
One thing to me is like, and you're right about the racial tension, but I think the media purposely does that, right? Because the court of public opinion usually determines the media coverage. I'll say that. And to me, I feel like they'll it's a form of race baiting the media do. They know that this case will already have heightened attention to it, but other cases have had heightened attention to it involving white individuals, but they don't use the same headlines. They don't use the same descriptive, adjectives to say, hey, this is that person. And that's where now if it was across the board and they treated it all the same, I guarantee you wouldn't have that. But they're not treating it the same. And that's the problem. That's the problem to me. I feel like this kid's he may not get a fair trial. He may not get a fair trial, which will suck, but that's unfortunately that's the circle that he's in now. And I feel like, excuse me, I feel like that's purposely done by the media to me, and they're the biggest culprit a lot of times. Even in the and I won't bring up other race things, but even in the George Floyd situation, cops said they had money raised for them, and they killed him on video. But still, it's like people are like, "Oh, he died from drug addicts. He died from being a drug addict, and all that other stuff." That's the behavior, and the media plays into that. So to me, I'll use a Marvel quote: "With great power comes great responsibility." And the media has a great power, but they're irresponsible as fuck with it. I just want to be honest about that because I feel like they do it all the time. Instead of it, if a judge thinks a different way, they'll throw that's an Obama judge or that's a DEI judge. If a pilot makes a mistake, that's a DEI judge. They doing this now, and that's the thing people should pay attention to, but they don't. They're just like, oh, you're right, you're right, you're right. They fall into the fray, and that's why this kid is basically being called all every name in the book under the sun. So it's a sad thing, but I definitely pray for their family going through this, receiving death threats and all that. That's something that you never want to be a part of. Definitely a scary time.
Did you hear anything about they said that he and his family moved away to a gated community. Have you heard anything about that? Yeah, because of death threats, and that's also is making or irritating people. They're able to get up and move. But no, I don't have much to say more on it, but I do agree. Media is playing a major role. I did see that title, that murder title, and it was an issue because the person who was saying it was a retired lawyer, right? So as a lawyer, he should know you're not a murderer until you're convicted. So why are you saying this? But I don't have much to say more, bro. Like I just think in time we'll see what happens, man. But
yeah, I can't wait till all the evidence come out.
Yeah.
Then the real people gonna be eating crow or they gonna be standing tall. Yeah. Another story that is kind of gonna shed light on our judicial system and government, but the Kilmar Garcia case being the wrongfully sent to El Salvador, deported to El Salvador. And basically they're saying that there's no chance of this individual coming back because he's a MS-13 gang member. He has a deportation order that was issued. Even though the Supreme Court said he should not go because his life is in danger from rival gang. That's what it said. But my whole question with this is, how does two courts say this man is a MS-13 gang member, and he's no real evidence has been put forth of that. Now you got recent Donald Trump posting a picture of tattoos on his hand saying they mean MS-13, which that is not true. Not true. A cross. He has a cross. He had a death skull and marijuana. And then smiley face on the other hand. According to Donald Trump and his supporters, that means he's he's an MS-13 gang member, and which makes no sense to me. Like, it's kind of just speculation.
Is that a known fact? Is that tattoo like a? Is that like
No,
document
no.
stating that this is the? Okay.
There's no code system or anything like that that's ever been documented that states that.
Okay.
It's merely assumption. It's merely assumption, and that's the dangerous part about it, because you're assuming something, and now this man is, his family's here, but he's away from them and can never come back. That's the dangerous part about this. There's no due process, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
And to me, that means you can basically assume whatever you want and do whatever you want. That's the dangerous, precedent that is being set here. People don't realize that. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I actually like looked into this earlier today, and the president of El Salvador, she's stating that I think he's still in jail. Like, she hasn't released him. So if he was deported to El Salvador, and I think he's not even from there. I think he's from Mexico or some other Central America, South America. I'm not sure, but this all was the paper we're saying. But according to the president, she has not released him yet. So I want to know, like why hasn't she released him? Because they was questioning her, like, okay, United States ruled that it was he was wrongfully deported. So why is he still in jail, for one, and for two, why is he not back in America? And she only answered the second question. She only answered, "Well, I don't have the authority to take him back to America. It has to be the United States government, right?" And as of right now, the current state is the DOJ is appealing the judicial court's ruling. They're basically saying that these are the reasons why we say he's part of MS-13, and this is why he can't come back. So he's still, but while they're deciding, going through this like legal I guess law, whatever, he's still in jail. You know, so I want to see the facts come out. I want to see, like you say, I want to see why they say he's affiliated with this gang. Because what I'm reading, the reason why he got targeted, he was at a Home Depot, right? Hanging around the Home Depot, and from what I know, most people who hang around Home Depot, they're looking for work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say that I want to say he's MS-13. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for work. So they what they're saying is he was hanging around Home Depot, and when they came and I guess arrested him, he was with 2 or 3 known MS-13 gang members, right? But you can't arrest somebody and say because he around somebody that he's part of a clique. It has to be more, like, and if you have this information and you let the public know, like, let them know, like, why you're doing this, so so they can be on board. But right now it seems like there's no real laws being set. It's like you have too much power to do that, right? But that being said, um, I just still find some more things about Abrego, yeah, Garcia, Kilmar, Abrego Garcia. Unfortunately, he did admit that he came in illegally in 2011. And while at Home Depot, they actually was looking for him to detain him because of the illegal immigration. And he was arrested in like March or so of 2019. He actually married his current wife in August, well, September. Well, in June he married her, and then he got out. He was released in like August, and he had a baby, right? So he got married while detained from ISIS. But it's crazy. It's kind of weird timing because they released him. You see what I'm saying? So if you released him, you're telling me like you didn't have the proper like protocols. Like, why you release him then? If it was that bad, it would have, you know what I'm saying? He would have been gone, whatever. I don't know. I just think the government should be more transparent with things like this. Definitely when you have people on both sides asking for questions. If you have some things, let it out. Let us see, you know?
That's and it makes you people don't realize government has done this to other people. He's not the only one that was wrongfully. deported during that little ice storm or ice rounding people up and just arresting people and getting up out of here. He was not the only one wrongfully deported. It's multiple people, but this is the one that's like at the forefront because it's basically accusing them of something they have really no proof of.
Yeah.
Like the courts deemed him something and had no proof of doing that, or no proof or facts behind that to prove that he's an MS-13 gang member. And they're just like, no, we're still going to deem you as that. That's the problem I have with the whole case. It's like, you can really like just say, I'm a terrorist. And I can go to court for that, prove have sufficient proof I'm not a terrorist in no way. And you can still say, I'm like that. And I don't understand that. That's the whole part I don't get. To me, it's like, you should be more transparent, like you say. And if you truly believe that and you have sufficient evidence, present that more than just a deportation order. Because
Yeah.
to me, the way it's hitting our judicial system is becoming more of a joke. To me, it's
Yeah.
just like this. It's gonna be like, oh, I got the power. You ain't a criminal, but in my mind, you is. Here's that 5 to 10.
Yeah. I laugh, but it's not funny though, man. Like, I laugh, but that's kind of scary. If you really think about it,
Yeah.
that's kind of scary. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know.
we all we can do is stay prayed up, fella.
Yeah.
Stay prayed up. Uh, on to well, this is a very sad story. The Kyren Lacy story. You know, people don't know he's a LSU football player, wide receiver. He was involved in a uh, drunken incident. What is it called? Vehicular homicide, I would say, where he's going to get charged and uh, face charges for him running from a scene of an incident involving a vehicle. And he had an incident with a family member where he shot a gun at the ground. And then, of course, police was called, and he's sitting in the car. And as they approach him, he proceeds to lead them on a high-speed chase. And just during the high-speed chase, the car crashes. And as they're coming up, they see he has a gunshot wound. And this is a pretty sad story because I feel like all the athletes that are speaking on this, they have his number. Like you could call and check on that man though. Like because obviously he was going through something mentally. I mean, that's 3 incidents in a row. Something happening, and he took his life. Now, if you want to be extreme, people gonna say, "Oh, you took a coward way out. You was about to go to jail for what you did." Causing because people did die in this incident involving vehicle drunken. He was driving drunk. You know, having that issue. The same situation with Henry Ruggs, who got sentenced. What was that? 2021, I believe. But this is the same incident, and people will say he took the coward way out, but I think it was more of a cry for help because that man needed some help mentally. Something was wrong, definitely.
So I had a question to ask you. One quick question. Was he ever charged for that hit and run,
No,
or was he going?
he was going to court for this.
He's going to court for it, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm hearing. I was seeing his lawyer, his previous lawyer, because he's deceased now. He was saying that he's still going to continue fighting on Kyron's behalf because he believes that the initial hit and run, it wasn't Kyron. So he's still trying to push and to prove that it wasn't him, it was someone else, right? Because which that could be the case. And I hope we keep fighting so we can actually see like what comes about it. But I don't know, like it's just if you recall, it just makes me think about one instant in your life, it can change everything, right? Because before his whole life would start to turn, like he had a promising career, like it looked like it. He was at LSU. He's going for the NFL draft. He has his future in front of him. So after this incident, um, the NFL pulled his eligibility for the draft, right? So can you imagine working for something for your whole life, and then right when you at the door, it gets taken away from you in any way, any fathom, and the fact that it was taken away before he was even proven to be guilty. So it's like, um, some people they literally can lose their mind, they can snap and be affected about that, and which I think it did. I think it affected him in that way. That's why he couldn't bounce back. And as you say, he had people in his phone. I don't know if they was around trying to help him out, but I hope they were. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and this man lost his life behind it. So mental illness is a real thing, and you can be sane today, and then tomorrow you can be a whole different guy, whole different person. So you gotta don't take things for granted, for your current mind state right now. Anybody can snap at any time. So it just saddens me to see, like, someone lose their life. He took his own life because of something that happened. You can say in his control, you can say out of control. We don't know like the details about that quote unquote hit and run, and if he was involved or if he was just leaving the scene, or somebody seen his car leave that scene. Because I know sometimes people can come up to like a situation, not being involved in it, see something going on, and just be like, no, I'm not gonna get involved in this. It could be that I'm just take off. I'm not gonna be involved in this. I don't want no parts of this. And then you can see that car fleeing. And like, oh, I seen a red SUV. There's a license plate fleeing. This fleeing. Anything can happen. So until the details come out, um, you don't know. Still though, a man lost his life, took his own life, and it should wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Each day, like it's not guaranteed.
I got a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
think the NIL deals giving all this money to these kids, college athletes, is playing a part in some of these athletes messing up?
I think so. Yeah, I do. I really think so. But I still think that it should be there. I think NIL deals, like, it should be there because you're making money off the kid name. Like, you're making millions and billions of dollars off their name. But I think it should be in place because in the NCAA, NBA, all these big companies, they have the resources to put boundaries around this deal. Okay, put like lawyers and people around to help this person with this deal, or even help people around any athlete who's in college. Like, there should be, if they're in college and they're also an athlete, collegiate person, they should have a different curriculum. Whereas they also have to learn how to balance the two, right? Like, it should be things put in place, like, to help people, like, understand where they at, where they're going, where they're not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I remember when I was at NIU, and I was in engineering classes, right? And there was this guy who was on the football team, but also in the same kind of program. And engineering is is one of the credits that you need the most credits to graduate for undergrad, right? So you need multiple hours, but he couldn't balance it, right? So for this one person, the school um gave him tutors around the clock. And you know what I'm saying? So the things he missed in class, they can help him out. That's one aspect. But I'm saying, like, I like how they did that for him. So I'm pretty sure other schools do too, but it should be like every school have to. If you're a collegiate person also in sports, it should be some type of program to help them. But yes, to answer your question, I don't want to go too far left. It is a cause of it because money bring a lot of stuff. It bring entitlement and bring a lot of stuff with it. So it should be boundaries in place to help people balance this. Even the ones who don't get it, who's trying to get it, it should be some type of check and balances to, like, help them navigate.
I think NIL deals do play a major role. I think they need to do what Reebok did for Allen Iverson. Have the funds
Mm.
available for that man, put aside for that man. Because then you mature a little bit. You're not so much interested in the flashiness. You mature a little bit. And I think that's what they need to do. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, if I was 18, you gave me 3.4 million, 6 million, 7 million. To save what? Invest what? Invest what?
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
man.
Let me add one quick thing, because yeah, I think I'm the same way. And I had a small sample size. You remember on your first day on campus and they give you a credit card? I never had a credit card
Oh.
before. So it's like you gave me free money basically. I didn't understand it. What I do? Spent that boy. That 3 grand limit cost me almost 10. I don't got a job. I'm in school. You know what I'm saying? So if I could do something like that, man, when people are getting money in the millions, and they don't have a structure around them to tell them how to use it, how to spend it. Watch out for people who want to take it. Watch out for people trying to like just be around you because of it. It's just, if you don't have no security blanket or no source of help, I guess you can say, it can get bad very quick. It can get dark real quick.
I think we're gonna move on to our sports segments or the NBA playoffs. Now that's a very deep, it's a very deep segment because I'm a Bulls fan and we got absolutely embarrassed. And my first question during our NBA playoff segment here is: do you think ownership and GMs of the Bulls are going in the right direction, or they need to be fired?
Let me pose a quick question to you. Are
Mhm.
you just talking about this year? Or are you also comparing it from the previous years too?
Previous years leading up to now, are they going in the right direction, or do they need to be fired?
My short answer is fired. You gotta fire the entire staff, bro. Because it's been too many years of this. You gotta fire the entire staff. Like, just do a whole new, from the coaching, the GM. One person who stays is the owner. That's it. anybody anybody under the owner, bro, they can go. Even some players can go too. But to be honest, though, I like this team this year. I really love this team this year. But to answer your question, short answer, no, everybody must go. But then also myself, like, I really like this year's team, man. They just didn't have enough, but I like them. I actually went to go see them, as you know. Have you seen any of the games like lately? Like in person? Like,
Nah, not in person, but I am inspired. Like you say, this is a young team, and we just need a key factor. I mean, a key player that can change the whole damn whole projection of the team.
yeah.
You know that whole we need that key player, a Giannis or a Joker, some that type of player. They can change that
Yeah.
whole perspective of the team. And to me, management. Now I like Billy Down. I'm not gonna lie. He a cool coach, but he gotta go. GM gotta go. They should have been fired last year. I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna just be real. Just be real. Because if you set the standard right, they've already fired two championship winning coaches from other teams. The Bucks fired their coach. The Nuggets fired their coach.
Mhm.
Championship winning coaches. Bring them here because that's what we need. They set the culture over there. We need the culture set over here. No offense to Billy Donovan, recent Hall of Fame inductee. So, but no offense to him. But we need something over here, something to reset the tone here because I'm tired of seeing Vooch act like a 6'3" guard instead of 6'11" power forward center type. The play style, the play structure just don't work for me. I feel like we could be a lot better, a lot better. And I think we need a real player to get over here. Hopefully we can find them in the draft, or we get that diamond in the rough type player. But I like the team. We got some young talent, but we need a superstar. But no,
Superstar. I think superstar is too much to ask for right now. Even
we need
though
a starting. We need a star.
yeah,
We need.
a star because Chicago's a big city, right? So
Mhm.
if a star comes to Chicago, they gonna make money on their name because Chicago was the top three cities in
The third largest market.
third. See what I'm
Third
saying?
largest.
So it's not like I think we can actually get that superstar. I don't know if the organization is pushing to do that. Maybe they want to build. We want to have just a build from new, right?
Mm.
Um, but when you say looking for a star, you mentioned Giannis and Joker. They ain't coming here. Giannis faithful. They ain't coming. Joker not coming. But we can get that two level person. I think. I'm trying to
What's a
think.
two-level person?
Um, I know you don't like him, but um, it can be like as of right now, it can be like a Paul George type player, healthy wise. I'm trying to see who's available right now.
Them
I'm trying
legs
to go down
gone
the
on
line.
Paul
Yeah, yeah,
George.
yeah. But I'm
Them
saying,
legs gone.
I'm saying like his type of game. He was a two level. He wasn't like the top the one
Mhm.
star. He was like a two star. Um, I'm trying to think who's available at this time. I don't know. Like I don't know who's out there who's available, but
Mhm.
I know we have the capital. We have the fan base in the city, so we can get somebody. We should be able to at least.
My second question to you:
Yeah.
which playoff matchup are you most excited to see right now in the playoffs?
Honestly, man, I want to see. Okay, I'm gonna answer your question, and then let me go into it though.
Okay.
Um, I'm excited for this LA versus Minnesota because Anthony
Uh,
Edwards is my favorite player. Like he is literally my favorite player right now.
I'm
But
glad you
I'm
said
but I'm a Bron head, so
it.
that's my favorite matchup. But I'm saying like the entire West Side, I want to see. I want to see the OKC going against Ja Morant. I want to see. I know they're going. I got OKC winning, but I want to see that. I want to see that matchup. I want to see Houston Rock. Who they playing? Who's Houston playing this year? Warriors, right? Yeah, I want to see that too. Houston. I want man the entire West Coast. I'm about to tune. I'm tuning in. Like I just yeah
I wanna give you a little rebuttal because
yeah.
little side story for the Warriors. I mean, not the Warriors. I'm sorry, the Lakers versus the Wolves.
Mm.
The coach AJ Redick is saying your boy Bronny James is the Anthony Edwards stopper. That's what he's saying. So
Listen,
that's what he's saying.
okay, okay.
Your boy saying that
Hmm.
Bronny James is the Anthony Edwards stopper, and I saw old Bronny James Jr. put Lakers in 5. I saw that with a lock emoji, and I'm like, okay, all right, I can't. I Hey, you already know who I'm rooting for. Then I'm
Woo.
going Wolves. I'm going Wolves.
Oh
I'm going
man.
Wolves, and
Oh
I
man.
can't. Tonight's game. I'm turning that boy on full screen. I want
Hey.
Anthony Edwards to bust his ass.
Hey, hey, I was trying to find that comment. I heard about it, but I couldn't find JJ Reddick comment. I couldn't find Anthony Edwards comment on like was it Twitter or something or
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
find it. I couldn't find Bronny's, but I'm gonna put it this way. It sounds ridiculous, right? It does sound ridiculous. But he ain't tell no lies, bro.
Say what?
I said JJ told no lies. I said JJ told no lies. If you look back in preseason, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The stats show that Bronny guarded him three times down the court, and he didn't get a bucket on him. My favorite player didn't get a bucket out of 3 tries against Bronny.
Mm.
So technically you can say ant stopper, right? Technically. 0 for 3, you know what I'm saying? That's 0%. But yeah, no, it sound crazy.
Give me 1 second. I want to pull up something for you. Give me
Let me
1
see.
second. Sorry, I muted myself because kids in the background. But
okay.
I'm gonna pull up this LeBron James or Bronny James tweet for you. Just give me 5.
Yeah, I want to see it, man. I'm trying to find it myself too. But if you guys remember, man, I think it was preseason game. Brian James against Ant-Man, and Ant was talking crazy to him. I thought Anthony Edwards was going to go for a quick 10 points, but it didn't happen. So out of all, like, so jokingly, I can see why JJ said that. Still though, we'll see tonight. You see, I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists, man. Bro, you can't find it. I already know. It's not there, man. Never happened.
Now let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Because I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait. You see this? You see this?
That's Twitter?
Yeah, that's Twitter.
Yeah.
What that say right there? What that say right there? Your boy talking mess. So
was that did Ant-Man like respond to this?
I gotta find that. I don't know. I gotta find it. Okay. I gotta find that. But your boy talking mess. So I just want to point that out to you. I want to point that out to you. Bronny James saying Lakers in 5. So I can't wait till tonight. I can't wait.
I can see it. I can see Lakers in 5.
I don't know if I heard. I ain't hear you right.
I can see Lakers in 5. I can see it. I can see it, bro. You got LeBron James averaging what 24.7. You got Luka in the 28 range, and then on the other side you got Anthony at like the 27 range, but then it fall off to Randall at 20. I think LA got too much, bro. But still, Ant-Man's my favorite player. Like Anthony's my favorite player, but it's too much over there. It's too much.
First of all, you forgot about Austin Reed, so throw him in there. That's your big 3. But
that's my thing. Yeah, okay.
But Wolves in 5. I'm gonna pull a set. I'm gonna pull a Silent Shark. It don't matter if it's Bronny James, Luke James, or Rick James. Wolves in 5.
No, bro. So is that your team to see too? Like, is that your series you want to watch? Lakers and
that's the most intriguing one. But
okay.
The one I really want to watch, because I want to see how Houston, being a young team, very inexperienced, responds going against the old vets in the Warriors. And I'm really intrigued to see that one. That's the number one I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Lakers and Wolves are the most intriguing, because I'm like, it's the old school trash talking going on, which I like. Yeah. I like.
So who you got coming out the West?
Out the West?
Yeah.
I got 2. Well, one's a dream scenario.
Okay.
It would be OKC versus the Celtics in the finals. That's my 2. Because I would like to see that matchup. Just the young team, talented team coming up, going against the recent champs. Mm-hmm. But my real pick out of the West is gonna be Denver Nuggets versus Cleveland. That's my real pick coming out the East. What's yours?
So I truly think Lakers got a chance to come out this year. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm saying, yeah. I truly think, yeah.
I hear you, but I don't know. I don't know. You got some liquor on your. I don't know. You must be drunk.
I don't even drink. I don't even drink. But look, let's break it down. Let's break it down. So you have Thunder versus Grizzlies, right? Thunder gonna win that. Clippers and Nuggets, that's a toss up. It's a toss up. Even though it only to me it don't even matter which one make it out that group, right? So then you have of course Lakers, Timberwolves. You know I'm going with Lake Show number 3. Then it's Rockets and Warriors, right? So who you picking out the Rockets and Warriors? Who you got?
I got Warriors in 6.
Okay, Warriors. And based on this year, Lakers beat Warriors more times than vice versa. So we actually can beat Warriors. They can beat us too, but but we can beat them, right? So if we going against it'd be Warriors and then I think it's gonna be Thunder. It's gonna be no Lakers and Thunder. We can beat them. The only team and the only team I was scared about is literally I was normally just scared about Warriors because some reason the way they play with Steph Curry is just some dynamic between LeBron and Steph Curry confidence is just like
You weren't
they
scared
can
of the Clippers and the Nuggets?
no
They
no
size?
no I'm I was scared of Nuggets with Anthony Davis with this team I wasn't. I think we can beat Nuggets with this team. With Anthony Davis, no. With this team, yes. I think we can beat Clippers with this team. What? It's a
Oh,
weird thing. So
that's tough. That's tough.
it's the thing is with AD has something I don't know what it is with Joker. Like it's just like he performed, but it takes so much out of him that the whole with AD in the lineup, the game plan must change. You can't spread it the team like we can now. We can literally spread the court now. And now we have somebody with AD and LeBron out there. We literally have no mismatches. We just playing. We just playing and see who play the best game. And that's Bron game. Bron, you're old now, so he can't play that mismatch game like he used to. A bully ball. Now with Luca, we have mismatches on the court. So I mean, teams double more like they've been doing all year with him. So now we have open shooters. We have more freedom, more movement. With this game style, with a Luca on the court, bro, we can literally beat everybody in the West. Not meaning we can't lose because we can play bad, we lose, but we can beat every single team, and we have beaten every team in the West. We beat them already. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we match up well with this new roster. We line up well in the West. So I'm seeing a old school Sega Genesis Lakers versus Celtics. That's what I'm seeing, bro. I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing.
This
So,
man just said Sega Genesis.
yeah, bro. You had Sega before, right? For about a year or two. You know what I'm saying? You had Sega, bro. This the old school Lakers versus Celtics, bro. That's where I see it at.
Okay. And you ain't intrigued by none of the matchups in the East?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me go through the lineup. I like I really think that if the Celtics don't ball out, I really think they can lose to the Magics. They have to be careful. I think the Knicks can lose to the Pistons. Um, and also I know Cavaliers gonna make it to the semifinals. So I think it's gonna be between Cavaliers. I can't wait to see. I really want to see the East semifinals. That's my biggest thing. I want to see that. That's gonna be my favorite series out that group. And then the West. So
I'm intrigued by the Nuggets. I mean, not the Nuggets. I'm sorry.
Nuggets.
The
You hungry,
Knicks.
bro? You hungry?
The Knicks and the Pistons. I'm intrigued by
Yeah.
that. Two
Mhm.
physical teams. My Jalen Brunson is my favorite guard in the league right now. Cause
Straight up. Yeah.
yeah, cause I feel like he just he that old school uncle that on the court, that left hand shooter that
Yeah.
just he posts you up, turn you around, so you all over him, but somehow he still hit the shot.
Yeah.
He out there schooling you. You gotta be quicker than that.
So who you got? Like who you got out of that matchup? Knicks and Pistons. Who you got going?
I got Knicks in 6, and I'm definitely gonna be intrigued when the Knicks go against the Celtics. That's gonna be
Hmm.
that's gonna be nice because I don't know if you you know this, but the Knicks have not beaten the top three teams in the East or the West.
Yeah.
And that's something they got to prove. So they're gonna be hungry. They're gonna be hungry, and that's gonna
You
be.
see, the only thing, like, I really like Jalen Brunson, right? I really like him, but I think he, like, if he do well, and based on how the refs like play him this postseason, it all depends on that. If they allow players to be physical with him, I don't see them getting too far. I see them maybe this round getting bounced, or at the most second round getting bounced. Right. So it all, I don't think the NBA give him had gave him his star power yet. Like, he don't. So if they allow like like a physical matchups and stuff, I think it hurts the Knicks.
Mm.
And if they allow that, I don't see them getting past Pistons and Celtics, definitely, like, back to back. I don't see it happening.
You don't think
So,
he get that SGA treatment?
nah, no one get SGA treatment, bro. Like SGA get calls. He get a lot of calls. Like, you gotta remember, SGA was a runner up for MVP 2-3 times. So he right there at the superstar breaking through type. So any given moment, like, he can get those calls. Jalen Brunson, he don't get those looks, and also he's undersized, so he need those looks more than the SGA would need.
Jalen Brunson 3 years ago finished third in MVP vote.
Yeah, but nobody remember third. Nobody know about third. Nobody remember third, bro. Like, every year for the last 3 years, SGA been runner up, top 5. Like, he been mentioning, like, oh, he should have got it. Oh, he should have got. So basically, he's like what do you call it? A prize, whatever. I don't know, but he been runner up, and people think he should have won. Jalen Brunson don't got that recognition just yet. So, and also he's undersized. He's 6 feet, right? You know what I'm saying? So he need those calls definitely in the playoffs. If you don't get them, it's gonna be a long season, bro. I mean, a long postseason. Long postseason.
You saying he going home? You saying he going home?
What Charles say? He going fishing, bro. Going fishing.
Well, that was a great segue into this. Who is your MVP of the season?
Of the season?
Yeah, the season.
As much as I hate it, as much as I hate it, is Joker. Much as I hate it, man. The way he finished off the last 4 weeks, bro, and the numbers he was putting up, like, he clearly showing he's the best player in the NBA. But still, I think it's kind of like fraudulent, because the way the NBA is set up, they don't allow people to stop it. For one, it's more like a Euro style big man, so there's no big man his size. Like, it's not physical. So every skill set that he has as a 7-footer, he's exploiting all the teams with it. And I hate to see it, because, like, even though he's good at what he do, bro, I just think, like, the NBA is now, like, it's made around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it give him the way this is going. Like, he should do this. You know what I mean? Being a biggest guy on the court that can shoot, pass, dribble. What's gonna happen, bro? Yeah.
Well, first I'm gonna get my NBA, and then I wanna touch on your point of today's big man.
Yeah.
My MVP of today's this season, it's got to be SGA. It has to be SGA, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm not mad. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. The man has been leading in steals. He's the only player, and I believe the only other player was Kobe, did it once. 35-5 and 5. So that he did that 3 seasons in a row. And his team has won 68 games. Okay. So and he's shooting over 50% from the field. That man is killing right now. That man is killing. He been killing. I think you need to give him. I think the world needs to give him his flowers, because that man been killing. Now I know Joker is triple-double king right now. He's 25 games away, or 25 more triple-doubles away from being an all-time leader, which is which is crazy in his short career, because I don't even think Joker is 30 yet. I don't even think he reached 30 yet.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. So he got a lot more time to do what he do. And he averaged in the triple-double in today's game. So mine has definitely got to be SGA.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at if he wins it, right?
Mm.
But I'm trying to find a stat. I think isn't Joker also like is he like the top 5 in like 3 different categories, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that points, rebounds, and what was it?
And
Steals,
assists. And
assists?
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
I know.
To be top 5 in the most basic like stat line that we use, points, steals, rebounds, like to be top 5 in 3 different categories, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then still be the 4th seed in the West. Like, I'm trying to find it, bro, but that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to me, bro.
I know he a walking unicorn. All right, I get it. But I'm gonna bring it up because people have asked this question hypothetically. They're saying that Joker would dominate Shaq. People have brought this up, saying Joker would dominate Shaq because of his multifaceted skills. That he would dominate Tim Duncan. That he would dominate KG. Like that is. Now I get everybody on the train right now, but we in the same era. You and me both have seen Shaq with our own 2 eyes,
bro. Bro, like there is nobody in NBA history who was like dominant in the fashion that Shaq was, right? Not even Wilt, who was in the league where he was bigger than everybody, was like as powerful and dominant in the fashion that Shaq was. And don't forget, like Shaq wasn't always that big, slow-footed Shaq. He was moving, bro. He was dribbling, doing all of that, right? So Joker, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Joker couldn't do anything with Shaq. If Joker's on a court, I don't even think Joker's able to play with Shaq because he's gonna be in foul trouble. Your first three big men, they on the bench. You got 3 fouls and going to the second quarter. Bro, like Shaquille O'Neal was at his I think his prime, in my opinion, I think he was like what 290, 300 pounds, and he was athletic with that. Bro,
jumping out the gym.
He's the reason why he say barbecue chicken, bro. Can't nobody say that. Can't nobody look across, you know what I'm saying, against somebody guarding and say, bro, you lunch meat, bro. You barbecue chicken, bro. You can't do anything with me. Like, it's just, nah. I'm gonna
go a step above that. Now, Wilt Chamberlain could bench press 450, and he was doing a 7-1 standing jump.
Yeah.
So that man was athletic as hell.
Yeah.
Shaq and strong as hell. Shaq will dominate Wilt Chamberlain. Dominate Wilt Chamberlain.
Too strong, bro. Too strong.
Shaq will dominate a prime Dwight Howard.
Yep.
He will dominate that.
They're too small, man. They're too small.
He will dominate. And people think, because even when Shaq got slower, right? His post-up game was A1.
Mm-hmm.
His post-up game was A1.
Don't forget, he's also 7'2".
Yeah.
He's not 6'11". He's not 6'10", bro. He's 7'2", bro. He was walking around at 315 pounds, like moving it though. Imagine, like people have issues with healthy Zion Williams, and Zion moved like that, bro. Imagine that at 7'2",
290. Don't forget the 290.
Bro, and that 290 was like in his like mid to early times, bro.
Yeah.
He at a point in time he was 300 plus and moving still. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, listen, bro. Like all the respect to Joker and like any big man. The thing is, there is no big man in the league no more. It's all like European style centers and guard play, right?
Joel Embiid is the closest one.
He's the closest one, but even he don't even play like it. Even he don't even play like it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different game. So now you can one thing you can say like Shaq couldn't play in this era without like changing a little bit of his skills, but he would still be dominant though. He would still do things on his side.
It depends on which version of Shaq we talking about. Because if we talking about 95,
Okay.
95 to 99 Shaq, oh, he damn sure could play in this area. He damn sure could play in this area.
You're right. Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Now, if we talking about 2003 to 2008 Shaq, nah, he can't. They too quick footed.
Yeah, I apologize. I almost forgot my own point. Yeah. but you're right though. Yeah. Shaq was different, bro. He was different. I don't think he was different, bro. 7'2", moving like that, strong like that. No one can guard him. You need a 3-man front, like Draymond barbecue chicken, Joker barbecue chicken. Like he was too big. He's too big for this current league. He was big then in a bigger league. How is he now? Bro, think about it. If he was too big in that league, how big is he? How big would he be in this league when there's no centers really? Everybody 6'11", buck 70, 230, 240, 245.
Oh, eating them up. Destroying them.
Come on, bro.
Now, Big Tech, get back to our NBA playoffs.
Yeah, talk to me.
You said your finals, I believe, was OKC or Lakers and Celtics. I'm sorry, Lakers and Celtics. What's the limit in there? Lakers in 5, Lakers in 7, Lakers in 6. What you get?
I got Lakers, and it sounds crazy. I'm saying Lakers win championship, but I got but I got Lakers in 6, maybe 7. That's what I got at 6, maybe 7. Yeah.
All right. Well, mine was Denver and Cleveland. So Denver and Celtics. I'm sorry, but I got Denver in 7 games. That's my finals pick.
Don't forget, Denver just fired their head coach.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm sticking with my pick though.
If y'all don't know, Brandon gonna ride till the wheels fall off. If he with you, he with you.
Oh yeah. You already know. Hey, and I'ma argue to it. Ain't no more arguing left.
Yeah.
I think it's we got to do record shop a little different this go round, but it's time for our record shop segment. And my record or my album and my song was Nas' God's Son. Great album, definitely speaks to hip hop. That's definitely a great album. If y'all get a chance to check it out. The song I like on there particular was Made You Look with Jadakiss and Luda. And already when you say Jadakiss and even Luda, you're talking about great lyricists right there. They can just flow. And if you get a chance, you definitely listen to that song. You definitely will enjoy it. What's yours, pal?
So it's I swear I didn't like this is real. I didn't make it up on the spot. My album was Nas I Am.
Mm-hmm.
And And the song I chose was Dr. Knock Boots. Like I think that's hilarious. But the reason why I chose this album, like this album was like the first album that I actually bought myself. Like it was the first one I actually bought. And I learned it front to back. You know how like when you buy back in the day, you buy an album, it has like every song, all the lyrics on it, right? So I used to practice the lyrics, you know what I'm saying, and go through it. So, but it's a cool like 90s old school rap kind of vibe, and you know, so I think Nas is one of my goats. So it's a decent little album to listen to front to back.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely would say Nas got some great albums. Would on a lighter question during this record segment, what's your top 5?
Top 5 in the game like now today?
No, overall, just in hip hop. Your top 5 you can listen to no matter what. This is your personal top 5.
Yeah, I can still okay. So that changed that changed my 5 a little bit. Okay, but with that criteria, I gotta say Jay-Z. I'm gonna go with Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie. Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie. I only got 3 for you, bro.
Only 3?
I only got 3. Like, cause you say that the one that I can listen to no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So
it's your person.
I said Jay-Z because like Jay-Z, you know how the old Jay-Z, he had like the old Jay-Z kind of rap. Like Jay-Z wasn't always how we see him now. Like he was different. But in Jay-Z catalog, he got R&B, got hip hop, old school rap, and even the more modern stuff, and more woke stuff, right? So even now today, I can listen to that. And you know, Pac is Pac, and then you have like people like I love lyricists. You know what I'm saying? And I think Biggie's one of the best lyricists. His flow, his cadence. So for me, those I can only do 3 that I can like listen to. Yeah. Who you got?
Only 3?
Only 3, bro. Like only 3. Like anybody else, if you put them in front of me, I would eventually like get tired and have to come back to them later. It's just me, bro. But you know me, bro. I like R&B. I work out to R&B, bro. So you know
Jeremy lifting 350, listening to Chris Brown. But yeah,
that's a fun fact. That's a fun fact, though. Yeah, we're going.
All right, man, you threw me off. My top 5 is just I can listen to no matter what. Definitely got to throw Jay in there, Nas, Andre 3000, J. Cole, and I know that's gonna be shocking for some people, but I can listen to J. Cole no matter what. And before all the craziness came out, the old Kanye stuff, like I can listen to Kanye, all that. But now I can't, because I think about the ignorance that come out of his mouth every time I hear his voice. So I just can't stand.
You can't do that, bro. You can't do that, bro.
He threw a sour taste in my mouth.
You can't do that.
Taste in my mouth. He threw a sour taste in my mouth. He ruined it for me. He ruined it for me.
Yeah, but
you ever somebody just say something, you like, that motherfucker, turn that shit off.
Yeah. But if you were just asking me like who I thought was like I guess like goats in the music world, in my opinion, then I would throw in because even though Kanye has a couple songs that I can listen to, but I would say like Kanye's part of my like musical goat because how he like his production is sick, bro. Like I think low key, you know how they say the smartest people is once low key crazy.
Well,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
living up to that shit. He living up to that.
Yeah, that small kid who got a little bit of OCD, but if you if you if you if you aim their mind right, they brilliant. Yeah, so so I think like, you know what I'm saying, I think like his production, how he like as a producer, as an artist, as a musician, I think he's one of the top, bro. Like you can't take it away, bro. You can't take it away. Like if you even look at all the people he put on and like how many people he made beats for, even 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 how he escaped this whole thing of Dame Dash, you know, I'm not wanting him to be a rapper, just stay in your lane, Kanye, just make beats. You know, don't come over here. For him to do his own thing, make his own beat, rap his own beat, and then blow up. Come on, bro. That's unheard of. That's like the Steve Jobs of music, bro.
Hey, well, hey,
Yeah.
hey. I guess I gotta give you that one. I gotta give
Yeah,
you
bro.
that.
You have to. Any
I gotta
Chicago,
give you
bro.
that.
Any from Chicago. So you gotta rock with him.
I know, but that man be saying some crazy stuff. I'm like, I can't make you want a two-piece him instead of
Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta ignore that, bro. Yeah.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard for me. Be hard for me. I think it's time to go into our little fun fact segment. And
Okay.
you want me to go first, or you will?
No, I can go first. And
Okay.
so I thought about this because you know how we talk about mental illness, and it was
Mm-hmm.
mostly like about the Kyren Lacy issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to get like it's not a fun fact, but it's still a fact, right? And what I found was every year close to 800,000 people die due to suicide.
Oh, wow.
800, but that's like worldwide, and
Mm-hmm.
and that come from the World Health Organization.
Mm-hmm.
So that means basically every 40 seconds someone take their own life. And yeah, so that's my fact. So I want to end it with if anyone listening who is struggling with mental health, mental illness, or struggling to find themselves, and over here in the Western world, you can dial or text 988, and you will get
Mm-hmm.
information. You'll get information about mental illness, and it'd be someone there to talk to you about your problems. Also, you can find that at 988lifeline.org.
Definitely will be posting that in the video. Anybody dealing with mental health issues. Definitely. Mine is about the U.S. government because I thought it was pretty crazy. One fact is, did you know the government has a secret plane? Well, not really secret, but it's called a doomsday plane. It is E4B, and basically this plane will keep all the staff, presidential staff, safe for days in the event of a nuclear war. Yeah, for days. So that's definitely crazy to think about. That call go out, they can get on that plane, but rest of us kind of fucked. we kind of effed up. But it's basically shielded from EMPs, so there's nothing that can do with it as far as taking it out that way. Yeah, like I said, it can fly for days at a time. No windows in the cockpit whatsoever. It's just going to orbit in the sky. It's a nuclear war room in the plane too. So that's another crazy thing. It can fit 112 people, and it's always on basically it's on 24/7 standby, so they can call it at any time.
I like that.
Another crazy one I thought was crazy is that the U.S. government actually has the zombie apocalypse plan. It's called Con Plan 88888. Now, originally it's like a joking manner, but there are training exercises and detailed information in this plan. and basically defending humanity, how to protect your homes, restore civil order, and eradicate zombies. Basically, how to kill zombies, where to hit them, where not to hit them. Like,
You playing? You joking, right?
Google it. It's
I'm gonna
called
look it up later. Okay, I'll look it up
Complan
later.
8888.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a zombie apocalypse plan. And then the other one's kind of a light one. Every U.S. president, once you become the U.S. president, you can no longer drive or operate a motor vehicle without Secret Service. Yeah. So those are my 3 fun facts. I know I threw 2 crazy ones at you off.
Yeah. So I did a quick search. Yeah, it's real. It's on the government website. U.S. Strategic Command. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
okay.
That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a fun fact for real.
So if zombies hit, we on your ass.
Yeah.
All right. Our final segment. Fun fact. I mean, not fun facts. I'm sorry. Affirmations today.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, you want to start off with yours?
Yeah. I got 2. So okay. Also it's for the ones who hear it, it's for you. For ones who don't, I guess it's not. But I want you to know you are needed, even when you feel invisible. Another one is this pain is temporary, even when it feels endless. All right, and those are the ones who are struggling. Just know you are needed. And if you know you need help, please reach out to get it.
I got 4, and my last one I'm gonna save for the people out there struggling mentally. But my first one I'm gonna say this: becoming the best version of yourself usually comes with a lot of goodbyes.
Mm.
And the best way to put that is the people that are around you right now may not be around you when you become the best version of yourself. So understand that. You gotta let some people go sometimes. And you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. So actions speak louder than words. So definitely be a person, not just a man of action, be a person of action. And sometimes your value isn't seen until your absence is felt. So remember that. Remember that. And my last one is simply one phrase. You got this. Simple as that. To those people out there second guessing it, wondering, man, I don't know if you can do it. You got this. It's just that one more step usually, or that one more inch you gotta go. So you got this. Those are my affirmations for today.
I like it. I like it.
Definitely been another fun episode of What the Fellas Think. We missing our counterpart, our jokester, Elroy Jenkins, or people know him as Roy Nasty. No, but yeah, no, definitely prayers for our brother out there. Make sure he all good. Definitely, it was a fun episode. I hope everybody got a good laugh. They enjoyed every segment. Definitely had some thought-provoking topics and some interesting ideas on that. Ignore the screaming in the background. I'm not sure what's going on. Nobody's being murdered here, I promise. Kids, I tell you. But definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope everybody enjoyed. Jeremy has some great parting words, I'm sure. It's cool phrase.
But everyone, please like, comment, subscribe. And bros, I say until next time. Yeah.